All pro, JAFFOs, ball out Pro Bowl, Tony Romo, 40-yard dash, boy, don't be slow-mo. Get on the court, boy, I'm in go. Outside in the sun like Elliot Kobo. I'm running fast, LA de la Cruz. Turn on the JAFFOs, get my news. 7FL doing good, how I knew. All pro, JAFFO, the all pro, jumps off sports. They speak fast, you talk smack, you get sacked. Come tune in, sit in chat, sport you like, they speak all that.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs, bringing you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I'm your host, JP, alongside me, the prodigy, EJ Wizzle, and the greatest DJ in the world, the chief executive officer of Mad Sticks Entertainment, Mr. DJ Mad Sticks.
What's up?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this Tuesday edition of the show. Hope everybody had a good weekend. A lot of things coming up. I know holidays getting closer and closer. Next week being Christmas. Everybody is already starting to lose their fucking minds. So that's all. That's all great to see. Everybody in the stores just acting a goddamn fool. Because that's what Christmas is all about. Being a dick to your neighbor in order to get a toy for your kid that they're only going to play with for about a week and a half.
I just threw hella toys away today. I cleaned Mario's room and got rid of hella toy. Oh, there's hella shit here he don't even play with. It's time to purge and clean up.
It's hard to buy for kids, man. It is. It really is.
Cause I've been like, cause he really don't need nothing. Cause like the kid, he gets stuff all the time, so he don't. There's really not no need. So but for this year, like he really like Spider-Man, and since I can't get him on my bed, like he gonna get a converted room to Spider-Man. So Spider-Man toys, lamps, bedding, all works, and a couple of toys. He got like an automatic basketball machine I'm gonna set up. He can just shoot hoop. It's a big old with the net and everything. So,
of course, as soon as we put him on screen, he has to get up and go do something. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously the a great friend of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mizzle and Dub show, other side of the ball, and pretty much damn near everywhere, A7FL West Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, Dub Alvarez. What's up, Dub?
I had to get my remote so I can mute the TV because I was watching the Scooter's Coffee Frisco Bowl. Well, it's not much of a game right now because Memphis, showing why they are ranked 25th in the country, shutting out West Virginia 17-0. But I was actually watching with all this college news stuff about Bill Belichick coming to Chapel Hill and Scott Frost going back to UCF. I did not realize that Rich Rodriguez is now going back to his alma mater, going back to West Virginia.
Interesting.
Michael Vick going to Norfolk.
Yeah. So he is staying home in Virginia, as of course there was the rumors that he might be possibly coming out here to the west coast of Sac State, but he decides to go to his home state. That was probably just to ease up and amp up the money that Norfolk State was going to pay him. So, I mean, he all wins.
I think so because I'm going to be honest. I didn't think there was any way in hell that Michael Vick was going to come and coach for Sacramento State. No disrespect to Sacramento State and what they're trying to do and everything. It just, if you thought Michael Vick was going to leave home to come over here and coach the Hornets, you were sadly mistaken, people. Whoever bought into that, really, I mean, hey, they really had a thought for a quick second that he was about to come to Sacramento. Because I was looking at it going, this has to be some sort of clickbait.
That is a touchdown. West Virginia's on the board. Nice play.
Look at them. But yeah, I definitely thought that was some either clickbait or some sort of ploy to get a little bit more money into the contract. Oh! Also from the Mizzle and Dub show, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mizzle himself. How you doing,
must be break time.
No, break time is in 15 minutes. I have nothing to do because I'm caught up.
Well, that's because you work hard.
I do enough to get by.
Oh, he's too humble, folks.
Do enough to get by.
100%.
Too humble.
Yeah, a little too, just a little bit. Real quick, EJ, download into here because I want to show it later. The last video that I sent you in our regular chat, on you and my regular chat. We'll show you guys what that is in a little bit. But
Oh boy.
so I mean, I didn't really want to. I didn't have to talk too much about it because I've already talked to enough about it up until this point. Thursday night game was absolutely fucking wasteful. We all knew what was going on with Campbell after walking out, suspended without pay. Throughout the rest of the season, make sure he can't go anywhere and make money anywhere. So that's probably. I mean, I thought they should have cut his ass, but that
Well,
was.
he can go model now, like he said he wanted to do. He can go model all he wants now.
See, it's decisions like this that make me truly believe CTE is real. 100%. There's
Wow.
no way shit like this can happen and CTE not be part of the conversation.
Well, I'll back you up on that. Antonio Brown quit football to be a rapper. I don't have to say
Eat his
nothing
meat
else.
in public pools, but that's a whole nother story.
Jesus.
Like I said. So is he officially going to Boulder, Desi? Zelly?
No, he was just saying more that he went into the transfer portal, which he said that was going to happen on our show.
Yeah, he did.
So the profit is there. But now if he does end up going to Colorado, then I'll give you the yeet.
Wait, who we talking?
What's his name? Hold on, I gotta
What's the
get it
football
up.
player? The football player that just went into the transfer portal from USC.
Hold on. He is talking about Zachariah Branch.
There we go.
Yes, Zachariah Branch announced on his Instagram that he is in the transfer portal, which possibly him and possibly his brother might be joining him also in that. So
I think that is true as well. I think he is already a part of it.
Speaking of college football, I need to have this conversation because I'm actually kind of torn on it. Mizzle let me know, and this is how I found it. He let me know during that wonderful, wonderful family Christmas party that he held this last Saturday. Which, by the way, sir, top notch, core memory moment. That was hella fun, great time. Let me know that Mr. Travis Hunter is this year's Heisman Trophy winner. Now, first things first, congratulations to Mr. Hunter on becoming the Heisman Trophy winner. I am not saying at all that he doesn't deserve to win it because to be elite
Here.
on both sides of the ball
Well, because somebody decided
is
to fucking call.
pretty fucking difficult. But then I'm also looking at Ashton Genty thinking I think he deserved to win it because not a lot of people have done what he's done. Now, there's also the point that people forget a man named Melvin Gordon statistically had a better season than Ashton Genty just had, and he didn't win the Heisman that year that he ran for 2,500 yards and 29 touchdowns. So, again, I was a little torn. I thought Genty should have won it, but then again, being able to play both sides of the ball at an elite level is just something we've never seen before. It's something that we've never really had the opportunity to really kind of enjoy. And now certain aspects, like there were some people who said he shouldn't have won the Bolitnikoff Award, which goes to the best wide receiver in the country. People said that should have gone to San Jose State wide receiver Nick Nash, who was the Triple Crown winner in receiving. Led the entire country in in all three categories of receptions, yards, and touchdowns. But
if he doesn't
when
go to
you,
San Jose State, he might be a first-round draft pick.
yeah,
Agreed.
and that's really what.
And that's really
And
crappy
again, this is
because
no disrespect to San Jose State, but when you look at the level of competition, which is how it's going to look at it, and Travis Hunter's receiving numbers, honestly, are not that far off from Nash's. They're not far off at all, really, from Nash's. And he played in a better conference. And on top of that, played on the other side of the ball. So it was just, and I think for Ashton Genty, that might have also been part of the conversation when it comes to his Heisman hopes and Zelly's kind of putting it right there, kind of into the point where we come about strength of schedule. Who did Genty play other than Oregon up until this point? And the answer was really nobody.
Well, UNLV was ranked both times that they played him, but UNLV is more so known for basketball than football. Which credit to their former head coach Barry Odom, who has now built that program into perhaps maybe a sustainable winner, and we'll see what Dan Mullins does since he's now taken the reins at UNLV, which he does bring a very good track record from Mississippi State and Florida to UNLV. And I mean, me and Mizzle had talked about this a lot on our show. There really was no wrong answer in who won between Hunter or Genty, truthfully speaking. We made the point as to say that, really, truthfully, only those two should have gotten the invite to New York, and that's no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel, and that's
I'm gonna be completely honest. Gabriel being there, and I'm kind of taking Shador's side here because the only reason why Gabriel was put in that conversation,
Oregon's undefeated.
No,
that's part of it.
You could not put two teammates up against each other in the Heisman Trophy.
That's true. They'll cancel each other out.
You could, but that's the part that hurts.
They'll cancel.
Is the fact
they'll
that
cancel each other's votes. They'll cancel their votes out.
The real reason why Gabriel was being considered was the fact that he is so close to breaking Case Keenum's record. That's why the all-time passing record for that Case Keenum put up, that he's in contention for, is the reason why. That's and they knew he wasn't going to win the Heisman, but it was kind of a hey, congratulations for your efforts in college football.
Yep,
type of thing. That's really, at least in my opinion. But and again, Oregon's undefeated. That's a great reason why, as well, leading in this team to do big things in the Big Ten. But him being there was really a formality.
Zelly, Matt Leinart had already run the Heisman, so it didn't matter. He didn't need one because he already had one. It was going to go to Reggie. It was going to go to Reggie regardless in 2005 because nobody in 2005 was better than Reggie Bush.
And speaking of that,
actually, sir,
okay,
there was a man.
Bevo, calm down.
Out there,
y'all won the Crystal. Y'all won the most important trophy. Y'all won the Crystal.
Who was destroying people all year long.
Hey,
he won the most important thing.
He got the Crystal. He got the Crystal trophy. He got the most. He got the most important trophy. That was that crystal ball
thing right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, they were there. But like I
Not
said,
at the same time.
Liner already had his.
Yeah.
It was really between Reggie Bush and Vince Young. But like I said, Vince took that L in the Heisman, took it as motivation, and well, he threw for 250, ran for $150, and told everybody to hold my beer on that special day, which of course made me happy because it ended USC's winning streak. So thank you, Bevo.
And that won me a T-shirt.
That game had me scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna lose some money on that game. Whew, thank you, Vince Young.
But Travis getting it. It's. I really don't understand like when people saying that it was bought. That I don't understand.
Stop it.
They're more looking at the numbers that Genty put up, and if you look at any other Heisman running back that has won it, they had the numbers that Genty had. So that's why they're trying to compare. Like, well, he put up the numbers to win it, but like you said, what Hunter was doing on both sides, being elite on both sides, you cannot deny giving him that Heisman.
Yeah.
It was like Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson was elite on everything that he played, and that's why he won the Heisman.
Yeah.
First defensive player to do that in a while, or corner, I should say. So, like me and Dub said, you can't. Whoever won it, they got it right. That's the one time that the NCAA did something absolutely right.
Yeah, Zelly, the fiance. Look, I'm not gonna get into another man's relationship. All right, what he does behind closed doors, what he does that's his business. All right, I'm not gonna get into that. There's too much shit to unpack with everything that's going on for me to be. And I'm watching Travis's defense, him coming up saying layoff, and I haven't said shit personally. I've just been watching. I've just been observing in the background, going,
But
"All right,
isn't it code that Dion had to tell her to get up to congratulate her boyfriend on winning the Heisman? How embarrassing is that?
And not to
there are
mention, folks,
certain things that
Ooh.
and
are
not to
big
mention,
question marks for me."
and not to mention, the last running back to win the Heisman was Derrick Henry back in 2015.
And how many rushing yards did he have that season? Over 2K, correct?
Well, let's look it up and see.
Or
Thought he had
close to
like
2K at
19. I
least.
thought he had like 19 something.
I'm going to say close.
But the only way you're going to win a Heisman if you're a running back is if you play for Alabama.
Yep.
Because again, the counter argument for the Heisman winning running backs is like, oh, well, if they win it, then Ashton Genty. Yeah, okay. Melvin Gordon had better numbers than Ashton Genty did in a better conference than Ashton Genty played in, and he didn't win
Oh,
the Heisman.
all right. Well, let's go further. Okay, so you just talked about Mizzle just talked about if you're Alabama running backs, you win the Heisman. Okay, so
No,
after
I didn't
that,
say that. I just said that the running backs that won the Heisman, they kind of were around 2K yards, around like where Genty was at.
all right. So after Mr. Henry, the last running back to win the Heisman was 2009, Mark Ingram from Alabama.
Yep.
Before him, obviously Reggie Bush, 2005. Before that, you have to go back to 1998 and 1999 when back-to-back years it
Rondé.
was running backs that won it. Rondé was 99, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Bevo himself, Ricky Williams,
Ricky
in
Williams.
in 1998.
Let
Then
Ricky smoke.
now keep this in mind, folks. From 1994 through 1999, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 running backs winning the Heisman. Only one quarterback, Danny Werfel in '96, and of course, Mr. Woodson in '97. Okay, those running backs that won the Heisman in that 5 year span from '94 to '99. Of course, the late great Rashawn Salam from Colorado '94.
Yes.
Eddie George from Ohio State in '95, and we just talked about it. Ricky and Dane in '98, '99.
Mm-hmm.
And the last wide receiver before Devontae Smith won it was, of course, Desmond Howard all the way back in 1991.
But he was special.
Oh, Desmond
More
was
than just
special,
him
no
playing
question.
wide receiver.
Yes, absolutely.
Desmond Howard was insane.
Yeah, he was.
Desmond Howard was
100%.
fucking insane.
He was special. So it just goes to show you that this, certainly in our era, it certainly has been a quarterback-driven award when it comes to the Heisman. Yeah. But I mean, good lord. Okay, 73, 74, 70. So, from 73, well, actually, from 1972 through 1983, it was nothing but running backs that won the Heisman.
Yep.
And here's this list, and it is pretty damn impressive, of course. Johnny Rodgers from Nebraska, 72. John Cappelletti from Penn State, 73. Still the only last man to win back-to-back Heismans, the great Archie Griffith from Ohio State in 74 and 75. The great Tony Dorsett from Pittsburgh in 76. Another Bevo, Mr. Campbell, 77 from Texas. Then the next year, Billy Sims from Oklahoma, 79. Charles White from USC. 1980, George Rogers. 1981, the great Marcus Allen. 1982, Herschel Walker, Mike Rozier in 83, and of course Doug Flutie into that streak in 84. And then Vincent Edward Jackson came back to reclaim the throne in 85. And then that's when the quarterbacks really kind of took over. Then you had Tim Brown in 87, then Barry in 88 with his tremendous year, and then pretty much it was just quarterbacks for the most part there on out. So, I mean,
that's back when running backs were being chosen number 1 overall. Number 2 overall. When running backs were being looked at as the highest commodity, which I want to make this very clear to people. I still personally believe the running back out of all the skill positions is the most important position on the field.
Well, look at this year. Look how much the running back value has come back to the NFL. I mean, oh, Mr. Franklin. Oh, never a dull moment, Mr. Franklin, is it?
One of the most entertaining referees I've ever had the chance to talk to.
Man, you know what? We just got to give like how Woj comes in and do the Woj bombs. We got to have the Franklin bombs because he just comes in and shuts the party down for a half a second.
Those are the F bombs right there. The Franklin
there we go.
Bombs,
Yes.
the F bombs.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, he's got a whole lot of green.
You got a A7 There you go. Will Franklin.
That's
There's
a
your F
touchdown,
bombs right
folks.
now. Franklin bombs.
The Franklin bombs for sure.
West Virginia's back in this
black
football
and white stripes on the bomb as it's going down too. Nice little whistle at the end of it. Maybe even a white hat. I don't know.
Shout out to Will Franklin.
I mean, that whole thing with Travis, like the attention and everything. I don't want to get into this conversation because it's a lose-lose because nobody wins the argument because nobody's listening. The man that they have their defense, he's been with her for a long time. They've done things for each other in this entire process. Now, on outside looking in, we can have all the opinions that we want to.
EJ just said he needs to leave her.
Yeah,
I mean, again, outside looking in, there's only certain info and shit that the eyes can see.
Just wait to draft day. Remember the picture of Russell Wilson when he got drafted and his girlfriend at the time? So just wait to draft day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Russell Wilson was engaged to that woman at the time that he was drafted, though. Yeah, he's
things can still change though
right now.
That's a good question, Zelly. That's a very good question.
What's this?
The NIL, I believe so. Senior year in high school, I believe so.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. There are certain things that have been said and that have been, put to the public that I'm not gonna.
All
He'll
right,
make his
so
own decisions. It is
so
what
the
it is.
NIL policy officially went into effect July 1st, 2021.
No, he was that had been going on since before he was in high school then. Because he's only been out for 4 years. So it must have came in right when he got to Jackson State.
Possibly. Wait, did the NIL money start before Dion start coaching? Or did it start when he came into coaching?
I think it started either the year of or the year before Dion came in. Yeah, is that everybody's pushing this button. They really want me to open up this can. They really want me to talk about this. That's really what's. Look, man. Again, they came out and said, I listened to what both of them had to say. She came out, spoke her piece. He came out, spoke his piece. I can't really, Go ahead, Deb.
No, I was just gonna say Dion's first year at Jackson State was 2020. So a year before NIL kicked in, Dion was there.
Okay. So the year after. So he
Yes.
was already with her when he was in high school and everything. This whole, when she said, I wasn't into him. I wasn't. Well, apparently, like the whole DMs and everything, he had gotten into it with the.
Okay,
He had,
EJ, where are you getting this info from, bro?
It's been said. That's all on Twitter.
Okay.
About how he used to take her to parties and he sat in the car. That's all.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
I was watching that interview today.
That's all on Twitter.
She was like, he used to just sit outside for hours till I go party. Like, so you got a random train on you inside of that party that he sit out in the car. I could go there.
Remember what we talked about when we talked about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift?
Mm-hmm.
She might be following that category because I ain't sitting out in nobody's car waiting for nobody while you at a party. I don't give a care how good it is. That ain't happening. That's not happening. No.
Sometimes pimps can't go inside while the hoes doing their thing.
Mr. Daniels.
Another reason why.
Facts.
Mastics, you beat me to it because that's another thing I was gonna say. My man was probably out there collecting them dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hang a star on that one.
This is why I didn't want to. This is why I didn't want to do this.
Sometimes conversations happen, JP, if you don't want it to happen or not.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, again, outside look, it doesn't. I see certain things, and I'm kind of like in agreement. The fact that Dion had to tell her to, get up and everything, and the pop-up event incident and all of this, like there are certain things that say snobby and stuck up to me.
Yep.
If they like being
Now,
swing, God bless them.
Now, snobby, stuck up. That's what it is. If that's what it is, Travis Hunter, if that's what he likes, I guess that's what he likes. He's about to put a ring on it and everything else like that. He said she's been crying and drinking and everything else. I was like, whoa,
red flags, warning.
I'm like, wait a minute.
This sounds like Will and Jade all over again.
She's so upset that she's crying and drinking, and I'm like, okay, well,
For who?
Again,
for what?
From all the scrutiny, from all the shit, that's being said, about her. People are calling her gold digger. People are calling her, all sorts of, shit.
Well, damn it!
You brought it upon yourself.
If
I
it
mean,
walks like a duck,
I'm trying to play the devil's. Maybe like the fact that she didn't stand up.
Zelly, you stop it.
Maybe she wasn't trying to take the attention away from him. Maybe she didn't know to stand up. Maybe she did. I don't know.
Everybody in that damn arena or wherever they were at, auditorium, stood up but her.
Again,
Touchdown,
it,
Memphis.
it
She might
doesn't
have
look.
been.
And
She
then
might
there
have
was
been scored.
another video or whatever that I saw that they had just gotten done winning the game, and he went to go get her, and then she was throwing some sort of attitude or whatever. After the game when they were talking to each other on the sideline or something like that. I mean,
I
again,
don't-
there are certain things that I look at and I go, "Ooh, bro, you may need to stop and reevaluate for a quick second."
Or you know what? You can find your own way home. Be gone.
Facts.
But and I saw some people was like, I don't think Travis understands this might be his first like serious girlfriend. That might be why he's blinded. He's blinded by the love bug right now.
He's whipped.
It's what it is.
He is whipped.
But again, I can't. I'm not gonna make he's grown. He's a kid, and compared to most of us, but he's grown.
And then he
If
gets
he's
a
gonna
bunch of
if he's gonna make his decisions, there are plenty of examples of young athletes who have made stupid decisions, but
Mike Tyson and
they
Robin Givens.
did Zion,
Oh yeah. Mariah
man,
Mills on line one.
it just Zelly, but again, I can only. I'm not gonna get into other people's bullshit. I'm really not. I'm not gonna be.
He
What
doesn't want to
I
be
can
that
look at it
guy.
from the outside and have my own opinion, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell them, "Hey, you need to leave her." It's like, bro. First of all, I don't know you or your relationship like that for me to give you that type of advice. You- Second of all, I got my own shit to worry about. I got somebody else's relationship to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all doing in your family time and everything? If y'all they're just catching you in bad, it's mostly good, but they just happen to be catching your bad moments and amplifying it, which media does. They do that shit all the time. It could be roses. Obviously, no relationship is perfect. No relationship has ups and downs. So what's go fucking change the conversation. What's going on with Conor McGregor? He's coked out and getting on a whole bunch of charges. Coke and steroids, man. Cocaine and steroids is not a good mix.
Logan Paul, of all people, though, really?
I mean, do we really care?
No, I don't.
Like, do we honestly give a shit that him and Logan Paul are going to be fighting each other? I don't care anymore. I'm not going to pay money to the Pauls.
Nope.
I'm not. I'm not going to do that. They're a disgrace to the sport. They're a disgrace to actual sports.
Preach.
I'm not going to put it. And Conor McGregor, he fell off a long ass time ago. He's just trying to keep himself relevant. This is a money grab because of all the lawyers and shit like that he's going to have to pay off from this goddamn settlement he's going to have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is
Well,
for.
yeah, because he hasn't been the same since Habib beat his ass. And
You mean
Habib,
choked him out?
that too. Yeah.
Conor, go ahead and keep fucking around. They're about to find out some more shit on him with the Ireland government too.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
boy.
There's a little bit of there's a whole reason why the cocaine thing is running rampant out there in Ireland right now. Mr. McGregor, if you ain't careful, you might be one they may be looking into. So you might want to stay in low, sir. And I actually have that on good authority, so I can say that shit. I got some actual good authority and source on that one. Yeah, so
Well, like Eric Clapton said, she don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine.
but now we're getting into bowl season. NFL is kind of getting to its last legs.
Sad.
49ers fan base is starting to. They were here and now they're gone, and then they're here and now they're gone. I haven't heard a whole lot of anybody talking. The only one that I've heard talking is fucking Mad Sticks. That's the only person I've heard been talking.
Yep, y'all non-existent right now.
And then I look into Mad Sticks' comments, and everyone's like, "You're a hater. Knock it off. You're a hater. Stop it. Come
Nah,
on."
y'all talk all that shit all year. Y'all gonna
I
take that
know.
shit now.
I just find it hilarious how it's all, oh, come on, lay off. Lay
Nah,
off. Come on. Now it's lay off. All right. All right. And this is coming from a 49er fan, people.
y'all teammates don't even want to play for you no more.
First of all, fuck Campbell. He was only here for a couple of
He was a
coffee
horrible.
because Drake Greenlaw was hurt. That's it.
He was only signed because Eric Kendricks wanted to go play for Mike Zimmer in Arlington. We was about to sign Eric Kendricks, which would have been a better signing than Devondre Campbell, but
Way better.
once Mike Zimmer was coming back to coaching, obviously Kendricks and Zimmer, ties from Minnesota, makes all the sense in the world. I'm not mad at that. But he is sucked all year.
We should have taken the hints from the Green Bay Packers players.
Oh yeah, there was a reason why he got cut in Green Bay.
We should have taken all the hints in the world off of that. But no, Kyle can fix them.
Just like he's going to fix Kirk Cousins?
Shut up. Shut up.
What do you mean just like he's going to fix Kirk?
Because Kirk Cousins has been benched. Michael Penix is about to play for the Falcons. And Kyle just probably came on himself now that Kirk's been benched.
No. For what? We got our franchise guy already. What the hell do we
agree.
What do we need Kirk Cousins for?
Because Kyle has a hard on for him. You know this, JP.
No.
Again,
John
I'm
Lynch
not the one
needs
saying
to go
this.
dump some cold water on his bitch ass and knock this shit off. I'm not even fucking playing on this. I'm not even fucking playing on this. We knew Michael Penix. I called that shit at the beginning of the season. I knew Michael Penix Jr. before the season was over was going to take over. I knew that.
We all
knew
that.
Have it.
Yeah,
we all knew that.
As soon as he was drafted, I was like, "Oh fuck, that kid from Washington who's an absolute fucking nightmare is about to go tear it up with these weapons that he has in Atlanta right now."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what took him so long to get that done.
Because they saw enough of Kirk being in a giving mood. And then they lost the NFC South lead, which they have the tiebreaker over the Buccaneers, but Buccaneers have to.
But the idea that Kyle is going to bring him into San Francisco for fucking what? That makes no sense whatsoever.
It doesn't.
Again,
you bring in Kirk Cousins, you automatically bring in tension to the locker room. And that's a fireable offense, in my opinion.
I don't disagree.
I don't have time to wait for you to fucking finally pop off on Papa Doc. This wasn't supposed to be a fucking a 10-episode series until you finally fucking got there. It was supposed to be an hour-and-a-half movie.
EJ put the sign up.
Together, fighting, you fucking take over the underground. That's what it was supposed to be. Not a 5-part series of failure before you fucking get there. That's not how it worked for Eminem. That ain't how it happening. No.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Thank you, EJ. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. Yes.
Had to
Yes,
pull
Lord.
out the passion board. Oh my God.
Yes.
So, but
I
like
couldn't.
that
I could have not said that better myself.
because like honestly, at this point you're trying to get fired. You want to see how much rope you actually got before you can hang the people who are helping you with it.
I think he get fired at the end of the season anyway.
He's
No,
not
the team
fired.
already the team already came out and
Okay,
said
first of all,
he's
a
coming back.
person who is rooting for two teams who have head coaching problems, quarterback problems, owner problems, and all of the above should not be talking on this, Mr. Mad Sticks.
Hey, I'm talking about your Niners. Fuck your Niners. I'm talking.
How are you a Cowboys and a Jets fan? You just double down on the absolute heartache that you could ever have as a fandom in football.
Hey, I ain't got no heartache because I ain't got no money invested in it. It's just
That's
a
also
start.
true.
I ain't got no money invested in my team.
I
I
ain't
don't
losing no
bet.
money, no sleep, no nothing.
I don't either, but I wouldn't have chosen the Jets. Fuck. Might as
Benny
well
and
have
the
picked the
Jet.
Browns at that point.
The dog pound. By the way, it is Memphis
Dog.
28, West Virginia 17 at halftime in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, by the way.
Frisco Bowl. What a name.
The Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Frisco Bowl.
In Frisco, Texas, yes.
Oh yes.
That's fine. That's better than the Mayo Bowl still.
Hands down.
EJ, don't you do it.
I was about to say, we're not
Please.
doing that.
We don't
EJ.
need that again.
No.
We're not doing
I'm
that
trying to
again.
enjoy my lunch that's still down here. No, we don't
People,
need
if you
it.
want to know what the fuck we're talking about, go 2 episodes back. You'll find it.
The whole panel was sick.
Not
No,
doing it.
EJ,
Can't
you
do that
cannot
again.
do it. No.
No,
No, no,
no.
no.
No, you cannot. I
We are
do
not
not give
doing-
you permission to put that on there.
We are not doing fries off the cap. No.
No.
Oh,
God
see?
damn it, Dub. See, the visual itself is already
Right,
bad
it's
enough.
already there.
The visual is already fucking foul. Like there's.
Thank you, EJ.
God.
Thank you for not pulling that up. That's most appreciative.
Yeah, thank you. Chiefs beat the Browns, but is Patrick Mahomes hurt? Like, what's going on? What
He was a
Full
full participant in
Full
practice.
participant. I told you, Dub, that was a fake. That's the round of one time he starts faking his injury. No.
They're really trying to add on more to the story, aren't they?
Of course.
Exactly.
Those
Exactly.
motherfuckers. NFL, if you don't think we see right through your fucking
Which means
bullshit. Oh,
eventually,
my
which
God.
means eventually, it's coming soon.
If you don't think we see through this fucking scripted crap.
It's coming soon.
This isn't even a good Hollywood script. This is fucking predictable as shit. We know exactly what the fuck's about to happen.
Oh, a real knee injury is coming soon for Kermit the Frog. You can only skate on thin.
Crying wolf.
Yeah,
Can't
you
keep
can
crying
only.
wolf
Matter,
when
he's
something really
still gonna
happens.
play on it.
No, it's going to. It's going to be to the point where he can't get up.
I doubt it. The whole story, because if he's gonna get injured, it's gonna be significant. He's still gonna play on it, and it's still gonna add to the story. He's still gonna be running around as if nothing's going on. It's like a good WWE. Like, they're faking it, but when they have to run the ropes real quick, they're fine. They got a leg injury. They've been hobbling. They can't pick shit up. They can't run.
And
but all of a sudden, you get thrown
he's
into the
gonna pull it
ropes
off
and
on
you're
like
at
a
full
third
speed.
and fucking 11.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do that stupid ass pump fake, and he's gonna rumble his ass for 30 yards, and then he's
run
gonna
down
point
the
at his leg
sideline
like,
because everybody's gonna think he's running out of bounds, and he's gonna keep on fucking going.
Yep.
That's exactly how it's predictable. NFL, we know.
For anybody that cares, the Bucks are up 91-75 against the Thunder in the participation trophy game.
Nobody cares.
Wait,
Maybe Buck fans, but I don't.
Wait, hold on. Is the tournament still going on?
Right
It's the
now
championship game.
is the championship game.
It's over after this.
To which my boy Tony Gaglione, aka Man Cave, is actually running replay at T-Mobile right now as we speak.
Nice.
Good for him, but fuck.
Yeah.
That's got to be a boring ass game. Fuck does this even matter? Basically, our G Leaguers in here. This is crap.
making my city money because it's at T-Mobile Arena. So my city's getting paid off of this.
You had the Bengals beating the Titans 37-27. You had the Commanders beating the Saints 20-19. Ravens taking on the Giants and kicking the dog shit out of them 35-14. Cowboys beating the Panthers, who were actually favored going into this game. Ended up 30-14 Cowboys over the Panthers. The Jets just found some way to win the game. Not like any of it mattered. They're just ruining their draft chances the more they go. But also Jacksonville's just a dog shit team, especially they don't have Trevor Lawrence.
Well, guess who they play this weekend?
Huh?
Guess who the Jaguars play this weekend?
Is it the bye week?
No.
Who do they play?
The goddamn Raiders.
Oh, I mean, same thing, right? It's semantics. Bye week, Raiders, same thing. You're not really, you're not really needing to play.
Oh, kid.
Could be the practice squad guys out there. Fuck it.
But here's what I don't get. And this happened twice in 2 games this past Sunday. Do coaches need to teach players how to cross the goal line before dropping the ball?
No. You've been playing. Dub. If you've been playing Pop Warner football, you know to get the ball across the line.
Dub.
Ain't no teaching need to be taught with that.
I have coached kids before.
Mm-hmm.
And as a coach, I have said, if you ever, in celebration, drop the football before you cross the goal line, forever, for the rest of this season, you will not play. Matter of fact, you will be doing up downs and running all through practice, and you will be the water boy for the rest of the season during games. Try me. That is the dumbest shit I have ever seen.
And yet it happened twice.
Professional level, anybody who is dropping the ball at the 1 yard line before they cross should never be able to play it down for the rest of the season.
Cincinnati Bengals and Jonathan Taylor, hello.
Jonathan Taylor, great running back. Love the kid. I think he's going to be awesome. Done. Sit your ass down. Don't ever do that again. Matter of fact, I'm going to knock some off your contract that was so stupid. That makes no sense to me. I never understood that.
But what makes it worse, that would have put the Colts up 20-7 because they were up 13-7 by the time that happened. And then, of course, what happens after that? Colts decide to run a trick play, turns into a pick six, and the Broncos never looked back. And now the Broncos have their first winning season since 2016.
With Bo Nix at the helm.
With Bo Nix as the quarterback.
That's crazy. But hey, Matt Sticks is in the championship for 2 of his leagues. Fuck it.
Let's go.
Who are you playing in the Jaffo League?
I got Mizzle.
Is it?
I think I got Mizzle this Sunday. Or maybe that was, let me see. That's what I think I got.
I'm going to go look at that as I get back to work.
I was going to say, I was like, wait, I thought.
Yeah, it's me and Mizzle Sunday or this week.
Oh, shit. Wait, what's the
What?
team name?
Or who's Black Hole?
That's a missile.
Oh, that would be Mizzle.
Yeah.
Mizzle did make the championship. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Jaffo family keeping it in the family, not letting anybody take
No.
it. Damn. Look
We
at
own
that.
it.
He's got the-
Well,
All
if
right, fellas, I got to get back to work. Thank you for letting me chime in for a little bit. I'll be listening to
Absolutely,
y'all
sir.
in the ear.
okay,
Yep.
so this is
good.
the
Have a good one.
semifinals. So I'm playing Derek in the 2-3 matchup. So if I happen to beat Derek, I play the winner out of Mizzle and Matchsticks for the championship in week 17.
Oh, Derek actually beat me? Fuck. I forgot.
Mhm.
Yep. I think, for the Jaffo one, I was in like dead last. For the Jaffo one.
Hey,
I got
remember when I had that?
injuries fucked me.
Remember they gave me that D- grade?
Yeah, see, you know what? I've noticed this every year that I've gotten like an A+ grade or like an A grade. I've done dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Either the whole
No.
team has gotten hurt or so, but I'm always either middle of the pack or dead last when I have an A+ grade or something like that. But if I
No,
have
in
like
my
a C or a D, I'm always contending for a championship.
or in my case, I will have the best league record overall and be one and done and lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Damn, that's also
Yeah. That normally what happens to me.
yeah. That's
Yeah, I snuck in the first place the last game before the playoffs.
yikes. Yeah, no, it was not.
Cuz
a
says he
good
wants a
fantasy year for
PD
me.
of the SS of the bracket. He wants a picture or a screenshot of the bracket for fantasy.
That way he can get it framed or something.
I don't know. So
Playoff bracket.
I really don't understand why the NBA wants to do this.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I said. But this makes no sense to me whatsoever. But
Oh, go ahead.
But this is what they do. So there's a new format for the All-Star game in the
God.
associate. Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
So
Let's hear it.
okay, so new format for the 2025 NBA All-Star Game. Mini tournament with 4 teams and 3 games. 24 NBA All-Star selections divided evenly in...
Wait. They're trying to make the All-Star game a 4-team tournament.
Basically like what the NHL All-Star Game does, something similar to that, yes. Like in hockey, it's all the divisions playing against one another and that type of thing. So, okay, let me finish. 24 NBA All-Star selections divided evenly into 3 8-player teams. 4th team is the Castrol Rising Stars champions. Honorary team general managers are TNT analyst Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith, and Candace Parker. Barkley, O'Neal, and Smith draft their team rosters from a pool of 24 NBA All-Star selections. Candace Parker is the GM of the Castrol Rising Stars champions. 2 teams meet in one semifinal game 1, and the remaining 2 teams meet other in semifinal game number 2. The winning teams from games 1 and 2 advance to face each other in championship game 3. Winner of each game is the first team to reach or surpass 40 points.
What? Okay, and what's the incentive for winning? What's the
don't see.
incentive for playing an extra game?
She don't lie. She don't lie. She
Not
don't
even that.
lie.
And for the Rising Stars,
Okay.
that's 2 extra games. The Rising Stars have to win their game in order to even get into the fucking bracket. So now, what's the okay? So does that mean, kind of like baseball, like the winning that doesn't even make sense then because it's divisions. We're not even doing 2 conferences.
And guess what? It starts this year when, of course, the Bay Area has the dang All-Star game. Go figure.
But
Go
what's
figure.
the incentive? What's the point of it? A trophy? What are they going to hang up a banner? What's happening? Medals?
Okay. The 4 teams participating in the All-Star game will compete for a prize pool of $1.8 million, with each player on the championship team receiving $125,000 each player. The second place team oh, the look is priceless. The second place team receiving $50,000. Each player on the third and fourth place team receiving $25,000.
Do we not understand how much these players make?
I understand.
What the fuck is $125,000 going to do? What? Who is that going to help? Is that going to a charity? Because then that would be helpful. Then that would make sense. Maybe the teams should play for a charity. How about that? If we're not going to make any type of incentive for anything else, have the teams represent their respective charity, and whoever wins that prize money or whatever goes to their charity. The 125,000 that goes to the charity of the champion team. What'd you say the second one was? 100,000?
No, 50,000.
$50,000 goes to their charity, and the other one was 25.
25, yes.
That goes off to another charity. Who's the? And let me guess, the last place team is glad we were here and participated.
No. The third and fourth place team each received 25,000.
Oh, so everybody gets paid regardless.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no incentive. There's no real reason to actually fucking play this game. This is just another goddamn weekend that's going to be a waste of fucking time. Just send them to charities. That's the only way you make this somewhat like to actually be competitive or anything else like that. Like, and it's got to be some sort of kids charity. Make it like actually, oh, we got to win in order to like nothing but terminal charities. Like actually have like these. Hey, if we win this money and up the ante too. Fuck NBA, you cheap fucks. 125,000. Make the champion get 500. How about this? Let's make the NBA All-Star game worth the shit. Okay. How about this? The champion of this All-Star tournament, since I guess the NBA loves doing mid-season tournaments now. The champion goes $500,000. You know what? Fuck that. Goes $1 million sent to their respective charities. Second place team, 500,000. Third place team, 25 or 250,000, and then the last place team $100,000. Go that route with it. You really want to actually make a difference. You really want to make there be some sort of incentive for people to actually care and invest some time into. You actually want to make the play. And you know what? Have the kids show up. They're going to be on the sideline watching you fuckers. Win it for me, for my surgery. They're going to put pressure on you sons of bitches. That's what they're going to do. That's what I want to see. That's the only way you're going to actually make it tug at the heartstrings and make it effective for people to actually want to watch and play this, and players to actually want to play this game. Because are we seriously going to add another game to the All-Star game for $125,000? $125,000? That's a game check for most of these motherfuckers. And we're talking about the top guys in the league. This is the All-Star break. That is a game check. That's less than a game check. Some of these guys get fined more than that. That's nothing. Up the ante. Send it to charity. Do it for something meaningful. If you really want to actually do something with that. That's the only way I can say it, because if no incentive other than 125, that it's just going to be bad. It's going to be bad anyway. Are they still going to have the dunk contest and the 3-point contest and all the other? They're still going to have the skills challenges?
I believe so, yes.
So they're going to add 2 extra games. They're going to add an extra game. Sorry, they're going to add 1 extra game to an already boring fucking weekend that nobody cares about other than the dunk contest and the 3-point contest. Not even the dunk contest anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about the dunk contest anymore.
Okay, so here is what's planned for All-Star Weekend at the big ATM known at Chase Center. So, in Oakland, at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Arena on Valentine's Day, which is on a Friday this year, it is the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. At Chase Center, it's the Castrol Rising Stars Game, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. On Saturday, in Oakland, it's the All-Star Practice. It's the
What?
NBA...
What?
In Oakland, at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, it's the All-Star Practice.
Oh, God.
At 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific, at the Oakland Coliseum Arena, we have the NBA HBCU Classic between Morehouse College and Tuskegee University.
I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch that over anything else.
Then, of course, we have All-Star Game Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we have the wonderful 4-game tournament for $125,000.
And this $125,000, that's like for the whole team, or is that per player on the team? Because if that's for the whole team, for the players to split, NBA, go fuck yourselves.
Each player on the championship team receiving $125,000. Each player on the second place team receiving $50,000. Each player on the third and fourth place team receiving $25,000.
Look at my face, Deb.
Oh, the look of passion on JP's face.
Bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. That like send it to it again. It's not like shit. If anything, if you really want to be business savvy about it, it's a fucking write off anyway. Go ahead, donate it somewhere. Shit.
By the way, the Milwaukee Bucks win the participation trophy award.
Whoop-de fucking do. Are they gonna hang a banner?
I will clown them if they do.
just
97-81 was the final score. Giannis had 29, or had 26, 19, and 10. Dame had 23.
if they start making the in-season tournament a statistic that's necessary to get into the Hall of Fame, I'm done watching the NBA.
Well, the NBA is having bad numbers in TV ratings.
Oh, I wonder why. Is it because LeBron's hiatus?
No, it's
What's
because
up,
it's going to.
LeBron? Where'd you go?
No,
Why? What happened? What
it's
happened? Where'd you go?
because it's going up against the NFL.
Uh-huh. Oh, is that why? Is that why LeBron is skipping? Is that why LeBron's not playing? I'm gonna take a break from the game right now.
You got to take care of his Diddy affairs.
Gotta hide that baby oil.
Stop it. Men's college basketball is down 21%. Women's down 38%. NHL is down 28% according to Sports
Why
Media
is
Watch.
everybody in the WNBA mad at Caitlin Clark for winning Athlete of the Year for Time Magazine? Does anybody in the NBA say, "Oh, we need to put everybody on the NBA on the cover of the Time Magazine, not just LeBron, not just has that ever happened?"
I don't know, but I will say the end of a legendary career will finally come to an end on February the 9th as one of the all-time greats when it comes to dissecting basketball. The legendary Dr. Hubie Brown will broadcast his last NBA game on February the 9th.
Oh, really?
Yes. Still doing it at a very high level at 91 years old. But
era. God damn.
Yes, it is. Him and Mike Breen will work the Bucks and 76ers. Full circle moment for Hubie Brown as he began his professional coaching career in 1972 in Milwaukee. So the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers will be Dr. Hubie Brown's last game calling as a broadcaster. Him and Mike Breen will do it. Of course, Hubie Brown did the 1989 and 1990s finals for CBS with Dick Stockton. Of course, him and Dick Stockton were partners for a long time doing games on TBS and TNT.
That's Richard Stockton, EJ. Richard Stockton, you immature.
But
every time you say Dick someone, he cracks a smile. God damn.
Well, Mr. Stockton, for a long time, back when me and Matt Sticks were youngins, when you heard the NBA Finals on CBS, that was Dick Stockton's stage to do what he did best, which is call basketball games with either Tommy Heinsohn or Hubie Brown. Of course, Hubie Brown went on to ESPN, where he, for the most part, the last few years, he was a team with Dave Pasch. Of course, Dave Pasch, also known for doing college football and is the actual radio voice of the Arizona Cardinals, who does a very good job. Then, of course, him and Mike Breen did the 2006 NBA Finals between the Heat and the Mavericks. And, of course, Al Michaels last year at ABC. It was Al Michaels and Hubie Brown that did the 2005 Finals between the Spurs and the Pistons. So, Hubie Brown, longtime coach, longtime broadcaster, ending his legendary Hall of Fame career in basketball on the 9th of February, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is Super Bowl Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
February 9th?
I think so. Hold on, I'm gonna.
No, it's Super Bowl's a week after.
No, Super Bowl 59 is February the 9th.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Now you're gonna have his last day compete with the Super Bowl.
Well,
it's a dickhead move, NBA.
Well, it happens. But next year's Super Bowl, as it returns back to Gene's Stadium at Great America, we will have a Super Bowl on Valentine's Day in 2026.
It's gonna be breaking hearts everywhere, and it's gonna. And you know what? It's gonna make Super Bowl babies that much more special.
No, I'm sorry. Super Bowl 61 in Inglewood is on Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, got it wrong. So,
same thing. Valentine's Day, Super Bowl victory, whoever the winning team is, the fans, the Super Bowl babies that comes out of that, It's
Yes.
going to be extra special.
I'm sorry. Super Bowl 60 in Jeans Stadium at Great America is on February the 8th, 2026.
Yeah, because we don't deserve good things.
Well, it's on the
That
8th. It's
that
Steve Young's
stadium.
number. So there's the positive in that. So is it every time it's on an even number? That's when it comes back to Santa Clara because Super Bowl 50 was in Santa Clara. Now Super Bowl 60 is in Santa Clara. So that means is Super Bowl 70 returning to Santa Clara?
Hey,
Which, by the way,
with that. I'm okay with that being a tradition. I'm not gonna lie to
which
you.
which by the way, folks, there is still nothing but dirt at Candlestick Point, where Candlestick Park used to sit.
No, they got apartments and shit there now.
No, it's not. It's not there.
Are you serious?
Seriously.
It's still a dirt patch.
Yes.
Oh fuck me. Okay, that's
Because whatever the original plan they were going with, that went down. Now they're coming with some other developmental plan.
wow.
But it is
Okay,
still,
fucking
but it's
waste of
still,
time. Still possible to build a stadium there, you know. Still possible to right the wrongs and reverse the curse.
yes, reverse the curse of Eddie DeBartolo.
It is still possible.
Well,
But
definitely, if I had the billions to buy the team from the York family, that'd be the first thing I'd do.
you're damn
Like
right.
here,
If I became like a multi-billionaire, that'd be the
be
first
like,
thing I did.
hear ye, hear ye. Okay,
We are getting a group together and we are buying the 49ers.
yes, and we are moving back to what the actual city is called in our name. We
And
will
then
still practice. We will still practice in Santa Clara, but our home games will actually be played in the city limits of San Francisco.
we'll try and get buy Mad. You know we're never gonna get it from the devil, but we'll try buying Mad Sticks the New York Jets and see what he can do with that.
Okay, so right now the site is being redeveloped, but right now it is used as a safe parking area for RVs.
Wow. The area where the catch was made,
Mm-hmm.
the area where 5 Super Bowls were won,
Mm-hmm.
the area where Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Ronnie Lott and all of these great NFL players, Hall of Fame players, grace their presence is now nothing but an RV safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Mad Sticks. Okay. First of all,
Just a
I,
duck.
I see you over there just laughing your ass off.
Hey, I told you, man, I like Candlestick though. I was a
Candlestick
fan.
is
Like I
cool.
went to Candlestick lots and lots of times, so I definitely wasn't, happy to see it leave.
No,
I
but
only been to one. I only been to
it's
one
more of a
football
stick
game
it to
there.
the
Though. It
fans
was all
thing.
it was all baseball. I've only been to one football game there. It was all baseball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got to see. I only got to see one baseball game there. I got to see football games though. So
I saw two. I saw two baseball games. Unfortunately, did not get to experience Candlestick, the football stadium. Watched it many a times, driven by it many a times, but never got to experience.
I know
Um,
baseball was fun. Watching Kenny Maldonado and Chili Davis and all them guys.
oh,
yeah,
Charles Theodore
Oh yeah,
Davis.
I got to go
Yes.
see it. Yeah. Will
Chile.
Clark,
I almost forgot about Chile. Goddamn.
Rodney Thompson. All those guys back in the day. So it was always fun going to. It'd be cold as hell, but it was always fun to go watch.
Yeah, if you were going to Candlestick, you better wear a coat.
Oh, I learned my lesson that day.
Never
The
wear shorts, not even in the summer. It's the
That
wind
yeah,
still gets whipping in that fucking
I
stadium.
learned that the hard way. Now
The
I'm
last
going
time I was
to
at Candlestick, we almost threw a Dodgers fan over the side because he just wouldn't fucking stop.
Damn.
Yeah, this had to be like
now,
like
EJ, I'm going to send you a picture, and I want you to post this. Now, this was back on. This was back in
Burn
May.
it to the ground. Fuck you, EJ, you goddamn Raiders fan. They burned your whole organization to the ground. That's why you're Vegas now instead of Oakland.
Now it's being turned into a soccer field.
Oh. Coliseum. Burn that bitch to the ground. How about that?
Yeah, but shit, we was it had to be like 94 when the Giants was in the playoffs. They was playing the Dodgers and they fucking went to the game. I was working at Home Depot at the time. We all went to the game.
Home Depot.
One of our only managers
box,
was
EJ.
a Dodger fan. And you know, everybody was like throwing fucking
No,
no,
EJ.
dumb shit.
Picture I sent you to your inbox. That picture.
No,
Your mind off.
He's being
I know.
petty right now.
I know.
That son of a bitch.
Get your mind off the mayo bowl.
He's being petty right now, is what he's doing. Yeah, see, that's what he's doing. Yeah, yeah. All right, hijacking the show, are you? All right. That's what he's doing. We're over here trying to figure out why Mad Six is tossing off fucking Dodger fans at goddamn Candlestick Park, and you're threatening Mayo Bowl. Okay.
It is 35-17 in favor of Memphis. 11-10.
Mad
No,
Six,
in
like,
their
so wait, he's just talking shit, and y'all almost just, what'd you do? Almost toss him onto the field, or what?
Not as you was leaving the stadium, you know how you got to go around and down the little turnstile. We was at the top.
Oh yeah.
And he's about to get tossed over the.
Oh.
He's about to get tossed over the cloud. I'm like, you got all of us. We was tailgating, so we all drunk, and you just constantly just talking shit. And then after the game, we like gonna walk up to somebody, like walk up behind him and like get in his face. I'm like, oh, you tripping?
Oh, so he was asking for it. So fuck it. Never mind. We're good.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Toss him over. Walk the plank. Time to go, sir. Your time here is finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I remember the last game. I still got the scarf and everything. Farewell to the stick from that.
That's
season.
Candlestick Point right now as we speak.
Oh my god. That's fucking sad.
All right, EJ, take it down. That's Candlestick Point right now as we speak. That could have been having a football stadium right there with revamped parking and everything. And that's a nice pass play by West Virginia for a first down. Yeah. But no, John. No, Denise. You wanted to get out of the city so bad.
I just I've already given myself enough stress polyps. Rooting for this team in my life. I don't need to further cause another tumor to fucking start growing because of this stupid decision. We don't deserve the win. We don't deserve to win. The stupid decisions that get made, we do not deserve to win. It's just, that's what it comes down to. And I mean, people are also going to look at stupid decisions and look at the Lions and go, Dan Campbell made another stupid decision. Well, Dan Campbell made another Dan Campbell decision. And it just didn't work out this time. Now, Jared Goff, 38 for 59, almost threw the ball 60 times for 494 yards and 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns. No interceptions.
Like 64 points in one of my leagues.
Jeez. That's like, and to still lose. St.
Yeah.
Brown, 14 receptions with 193 yards and a tutty. That's just. And it was really off of that one play call. That one disastrous onside kick.
There's Dan Campbell being Dan Campbell, and then there's Pete Carroll.
I mean, but I look at it and go, are we surprised that Dan Campbell went and made a decision like that?
No.
Where we're surprised is the outcome, because the outcome doesn't normally happen that way. At worst, the other team, receives it, balls down pretty much right there after the 10-yard cross. But this was definitely worst case scenario. This was definitely worse than worst case scenario.
Absolutely.
So this is definitely something that this is like 0.2% chance that it happens, that it did. And obviously I'm exaggerating the numbers by just letting you know that it doesn't happen very often. But Dan Campbell is, for us to be naive to think that he is going to change his coaching style is where we should probably look at ourselves in the mirror and go, we are literally hoping on something that is never going to happen. Certain coaches, certain styles, that's just the way they coach. That's just the way they are. And it's either going to bring them success or spectacular failure. And for Dan Campbell, it's given him a little bit of both. So it's right now with the Lions, they're at their best opportunity. This is probably the greatest team that this organization has ever put together. And they have an opportunity here to possibly make their first franchise a Super Bowl.
Touchdown, West Virginia, extra point, muffed, 35-23, West Virginia down 13 to Memphis. 7:15 to go in third quarter. But I agree, this possibly could, it's very, even with that loss, and even with the Vikings winning, and even with the Eagles winning, which the Lions, Eagles, Vikings all have an identical 12-2 record, but because the Lions have a better conference record, they still hold the number one seed over the Eagles as far as home field for the NFC goes. But now, this last game of the year, when the Vikings and the Lions play again in Detroit, this could be not only for the NFC North, but this could possibly be for home field in the NFC.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought we would be talking about the Vikings and the Lions battling it out for the number one seed?
Let alone your quarterback matchup being Sam Darnold against Jared Goff. Cal versus USC.
What? Like, what is going on? What is happening? Like, this is the Bears. Caleb Williams. Did I not tell y'all that this was going to happen? Did I not say that Bears fans' expectations needed to be extremely low because you were getting the same product that you had already had the last 2 years?
Although I'm really surprised, though, that his touchdown interception ratio is where it is.
It's okay. They still only have 4 wins.
I understand. And it went downhill after that Hail Mary against the Landover Commanders in Landover, which you and I were together live when that happened, and we're like, did that really just happen?
that was just insane. And I look at it going again. People want, oh, he's still, the Bears are not losing because of Caleb Williams. No, yes they are. Look
He
at the
doesn't.
situations.
He doesn't see the field because there were a couple of times yesterday he had people wide open and did
You know
not
why?
see it
You know why?
because he was busy too much scrambling.
He's little. He's a little guy.
Oh yeah,
Can't
that
see over
too.
the line.
That too. That doesn't
Again,
help.
because Caleb Williams, for some reason, is the quarterback anomaly to the ideal look for QBs. Again, normally you want your quarterback to be 6'3" or taller. Why? Because your
Oh.
offensive line is normally 6'3" or taller. You usually
Okay.
have 5 offensive linemen that are 6'4" to 6'5" to 6'6" plus, 300 plus pounds. You need to be able to see over that. And you can't do that at 5'10", 5'11". I've said this before. That's why all the short quarterbacks scramble out of the pocket so often, because they can't see.
So the Bucks are getting $515,000 for winning this ridiculous NBA Cup. The Thunder are getting $206,000. But peep this. So when the Lakers won last year, obviously Darvin Ham was the head coach. Darvin Ham was on the Bucks staff. So Darvin Ham wins back-to-back in-season participation trophies. Oh yes, the golf clap. Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You get to hang 2 banners now. Good job. Cool. Don't fucking care. That's all you're going to be known for.
Could have happened to a better guy in Doc Rivers.
Jesus Christ. Talk about an overrated ass coach. That's Doc Rivers. He had 1 championship with Boston, and they thought he was God for some reason.
It's not Blake's fault. It's not Blake's fault.
Unbelievable. Commanders are looking to be my dark horse team right now.
Well, in other news, and this is coming from Ben Standing of The Atlantic, the Commanders, a step closer to potential RFK return with congressional funding bill. Now, as you know, for a long time, the former Washington Redskins used to play at the stadium named after Robert Francis Kennedy. And of course, the old RFK Stadium was one of the best home field advantages for a long, long time, where literally the stadium used to shake, literally, with some of those great Redskins teams led by Joe Gibbs and George Allen. So, the notion of the Landover Commanders playing home games in the nation's capital has moved one step closer. Recent negotiations on Capitol Hill led to Congress including measures relating to the control of the RFK site in a stopgap funding bill released Tuesday evening. If the bill passes, a strong likelihood as funding the federal government through mid-March is the primary agenda, the District of Columbia government would gain control of the roughly 170-acre campus that previously served as the NFL's franchise home. The RFK site is the nostalgic favorite for longtime fans of the 3-time Super Bowl champions. However, the Landover franchise has played in Landover, Maryland, a nearby suburb, since 1997. Maryland Governor Wes Moore has been vocal about wanting to keep the team in Maryland on the property owned by managing partner Josh Harris. As part of the negotiations allowing the RFK site's inclusion in the continuing resolution, the district agreed to give its F-16 fighter jets from its National Guard to Maryland. In addition, Congress will fund the reconstruction of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. The organization and Harris, a D.C. area native and lifelong fan of the franchise, formally agreed to participate in the redevelopment of the current stadium property should the franchise leave the state. The stadium, previously known as FedEx Field, is considered one of the NFL's worst. Harris previously stated a target of 2030 for a new venue. More emphasized...
2030? God, thousands of ACLs will be torn by then.
Yes. More emphasized that Maryland remains invested in keeping the franchise. Commanders, our position on the stadium hasn't changed, Moore said in a statement shared with The Athletic. We are not afraid of competition, and we believe that we can continue to build on decades of partnership with the teams here in Maryland. We are confident that Landover is still the best and fastest path to creating a new stadium for the Landover Commanders.
Stick with the Ravens and move the fuck on. Let the team go.
We have said from the start of this process that regardless of what happens with the RFK legislation, we are focused on making sure that Landover receives the investment it deserves while the stadium location is still an open question. The Commanders and the state of Maryland both agree on the importance of the team's commitment to the Prince George community if the team decides to move. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is hoping the Commanders make the move across the Anacostia River. As a city, we have worked for years to get control of the RFK campus, Bowser said in a statement via her official account on X, and today we're taking a giant step forward in unlocking its true potential. We are celebrating this moment as we look to the future of a field and the possibilities on the banks of the Anacostia. So, possibly, okay, there's more. The social media post concluded with hashtag RRFK. Bowser and House Oversight Committee Chairman James Corner, Republican out of Kentucky, worked together to pass a bill through the House of Representatives earlier this year to grant D.C. control of the site where the old stadium has been a rusted-out eyesore rather than an economic driver. Previous language in the agreement with the federal government would not allow for a stadium project to include retail or other commercial possibilities, including the bipartisan D.C. Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium Campus Revitalization Act in the continuing appropriations for the fiscal year of 2025 shows Congress is doing its job to oversee the District of Columbia, Commerce said in a statement. This landmark legislation will unlock the district's full potential, generate meaningful new jobs, and add millions in additional city revenue for the nation's capital without congressional action. This land would remain vacant, leaving ongoing maintenance costs and liabilities to burden the American taxpayers. After a lengthy discussion in the Senate, Energy and Natural Resources Committee passed the bill for allowing a vote on the Senate floor. One major aspect remains whether the D.C. City Council, will help fund a stadium project. The D.C. Council on Tuesday unanimously signed off on a previous $515 million deal to keep the Washington Wizards and Commanders in the Chinatown area of the city. There will be no discussion at all without Tuesday's action on the Hill. So there might be a chance to where I can actually call the Landover Commanders the Washington Commanders again. But that remains to be seen. However, I do believe that on that site where the old RFK sits, that's where the Commanders should play.
It's where all their winning juju comes from.
Yes, I agree. 1,000%.
You know, that's what teams should do. They should continue to build on the history that they built at the locations that they were at. That's why I think San Francisco 49er fans, we need to put up a petition saying that we need to go back to Candlestick, fuck Gene Stadium, It has been nothing but an economy destroyer in the amount of money that it owes. It basically destroyed the revenue for Great America. They just, everything that's going on around Levi Stadium has been nothing but cursed since it's been built. Get it the fuck out. Let's go back to Candlestick. Let's build a nice stadium there and continue to build the history. That's what should be done. That's the petition that needs to be done. Because what's going on right now is absolutely horrendous. And it's inexcusable. The history that this organization has should not be tainted with the ass crack ass fucking decisions that are going on right now.
I mean, heck, if I could revamp Kezar into an NFL stadium, I revamp Kezar.
Man, the only thing about that is keys are surrounded. You would have to really.
Yeah, but
We're talking about like.
I know, but
Yeah.
I just love the fact that it's in it's a neighborhood stadium, kind of like how Wrigley Field is.
Yeah, yeah. Still a
But
lot of memories, and it's still there.
but I definitely would revamp it to make sure all the San Francisco high school championship games would be at that stadium as it currently is now as we speak. But I definitely would revamp it that way, and perhaps try to convince the A7 to have a championship game at Kezar. Just saying.
Ooh, Dub, you might be onto something on that one. We got to get a division up here in Northern Cali first. That's what we got to do.
I know.
We got to make Northern California get with the program on getting A7 out here. I know Derek's been working his ass off to try and make that happen, especially with trying to kind of branch it in a way by coming through Reno first.
Mm-hmm.
But I think again, I'm still thinking that there's a call for it here in Northern California that people are not realizing, and
Yes.
I think there are investors that are there who are interested, who are just afraid to pull the trigger because of certain, we'll say, certain unknowns. And it's not to say that the product isn't good, because we all know that the product is great.
Yes.
We all know the game is memorable. We all know it. We've been part of the moments that have been going on these last few years that have made this league really jump out.
And not to mention the national recognition, getting on the Pat McAfee show, having Pat McAfee and AJ out talk about it. Obviously, we've had Mike Tomlin talk about it with Ben Roethlisberger. So I mean, it is like I kept saying, get on the train now. Don't get left behind.
And a current NFL player owns the snow track.
Mm-hmm.
So that there's it's got traction, and there's a lot more that can be done with it. But there's certain questions, and like I'm gonna be real here. There's certain question marks that some investors may have, with the league, that it's no fault to the people that have been trying to build this league. But there's just certain things in what they call growing pains that need to happen for certain things to go over. One of them, the fighting has got to be, more under control.
Correct.
Whether it means more security, and I'm not just talking about West Coast, I'm talking about East Coast, I'm talking about Ohio, where, a lot of this shit fucking happened, and Florida, all of that stuff. The fighting, all of that shit. There are no I mean, the A7 in Nevada, over a conflict, got into almost was devastating. The type of shit that y'all had to go through mid fucking season, last year because of conflict.
Which is why I say again, thank you to Matter Academy for saving our season.
So there's there and sure, it's like, well, how do you tame the egos and everything? It's not about taming egos. It's about making these egos understand what it is that's going on.
Because again, you, this league has the possibility to get a national TV deal, and if you can add that to your league, because I mean,
The league is already recognized all over the world, especially through DAZN and all the
yes,
other partnerships and streaming services
yeah.
that the A7 runs through. People know about the A7FL. There is a demand for the A7FL.
But the chance to get on national TV, real national TV, the chance to
It's
be
there.
behind the chance to be on a national broadcast and to call games, which obviously,
It is absolutely
which obviously for me, is the ultimate goal,
right.
being an aspiring broadcaster.
Of course. But then again, the players have to understand, and again, it does all come down to the players because that's the root of the problem at this point. Where all the shit and everything that's gone down, and then you have coaching staffs and ownerships, and they're not getting control of their players. Not are kind of things are going on. Oh well, we're going to suspend, or and then the league makes a suspension, and everybody's pissed off. Well, oh, they shouldn't have did. Well, what the fuck else do you want them to do? Either you get it under the control, or the league's going to fucking make a decision, and you're not going to like what the decision that the league is going to make because nobody likes when authority has to come in and make a decision. But you put yourself in that position to begin with because you couldn't get your ego in check to shut the fuck up and get to the goddamn sideline.
Or keep your hands to yourself.
Or keep your hands to yourself. Play the goddamn game. It's okay to get chippy. It's okay to get mouthy and stuff like that every once in a while. But it's controlled chaos for a reason. Losing your shit and throwing hands and all this other kind of stuff. Oh, to prove what kind of fucking man you are, you're doing nothing but being a detriment to this goddamn league. You know how much further this league would be had it not been for the lot of the shit that's gone on? Like, let's be real. This league would be so much further on when it comes to investments and sponsorships and everything else that could be happening because the recognition has been there. People know about the league. So why hasn't it gotten any further? Because nobody's willing to invest the money because of the bullshit that she keeps going on every goddamn year. I don't care if
And
it's one fight, two fights, multiple fights, or whatever. They don't
and
want
thus,
to see that shit. That's not something that people want to be a part of.
thus it cost a playoff game, and then basically a team became defunct because of it. That team is no longer in the league.
You know,
That team has folded. That team has folded as an organization.
so now it's and for what? For what? Like nobody has been able to give a well. He shouldn't have come down. Well, he should. Well, none of them should have gotten to that point to begin with. Nobody should be talking enough shit. Nobody should be threatening anybody. Outside of being on the field and everything. Nobody should be doing that shit. You're a fucking grown ass man. Some of y'all I keep hearing, oh well, we could have been this. I could have been in the league had it not been. Man, a lot of y'all can't be in the league. It's not because of athletic ability. It's because of yourselves. It's your own fucking ego. Your ego didn't allow you to get to the league.
A grown ass man does not have to say he's a grown ass man.
You right. Absolutely. You do it. You just fucking grow the fuck up and do what you got to do. Guys,
Because
players, people. Oh my God! Look, and
because
and and it upsets me because I see the people who are busting their fucking ass to get this league to where it is. Matt Ryan, Corey Hammond, Big Rob, you, Chris, Derek, everybody that has put time and effort and money and blood, sweat, and tears into this fucking league because they believe in it. Matt Ryan, especially, my God. he cares for this league more than anybody else.
And
Hands down, there is no argument behind that.
and
There
it's
is nobody who cares about the A7FL more than Matt fucking Ryan.
hence why I call him the Jim Ross of our league.
You know, and he cares so much that a lot of the things that happen, it is really hard for him to see and to take because he knows where this league can be. And if people just got their fucking egos in check and grew the fuck up, this league would be so much further than where it is. Because I mean, shit, this league wants, makes Mad Sticks want to get back to playing. Like, there's nothing else in this world that would make Mad Sticks want to play more than the A7NFL. Honestly, like, that's crazy. 49 years old, still wanting to get out there.
Well, I mean, heck, Gregory Smith, aka Snoop, that has played for the Kryptonite Hunters the past few years, he's in his 50s and he's still playing. Which just goes to show you, I mean, the want
You got
to,
the
the
ability to
motivation is
play.
there. It is.
But it's just a matter of, players getting their egos in check and ownership and coaches getting their shit together when it comes to not just product on the field, but also marketing. Like, I'm going to be real with it. We're on this show. We've already, said that we're one of those non-biased. We're seeing it from both sides. We're seeing it for what it is. We love the league. We talk more positive about the league than anything else. But to sit here and deny the facts of what's going on would just be it's bad. It's not a good look. I'm not going to sit here and act like an ostrich with his head in the ground, thumb up my ass, and not acknowledge what the fuck is going on, because that's the reality of the things. Because there's a lot of lazy marketing that goes on with some of these teams. They rely on everybody else who's been doing all of the work to be able to get them to the spot. They're just kind of, oh, we'll put the product on the field and that's about it. You're not doing anything else to be able to help out with what's going on. Ownerships in these different divisions, they got to take this shit more seriously. Don't look at it as just a money grab. You're just capitalizing on having the name, the A7FL, grab a quick buck and you're out. Like, if you're going to be a division owner in this league, you got to be really invested. You got to be really in the long run. This is what you're going to be helping trying to build for the next 10 to 15 years of your life.
Hence why Derek gets a lot of respect.
Exactly that's why Derek gets a lot of the respect, especially from us, because we would be that there's without Derek Duncan, there is no A7 West Coast. There is no Insomniacs Championship. There is no West Coast taking it over from the East. There is no shit talking back and forth. There is none of that. There is no crazy historic moments in 2 back-to-back championship games. There's none of that.
There is no Viking from Asgard making a ridiculous prediction and it be doggone it actually happened in that fashion.
And calling that ridiculous is mild compared to most of the shit that he has said.
Correct.
So, the West Coast of the A7FL has given a lot, and Derek has given a lot of time and effort
Yeah. Yes, he has.
into this league. And to sit there and let your ego and your pride get in the way is disrespectful to him, and I will not stand for it. There will be no Derek Duncan slander. There will be no Suge Light slander on this fucking show. That man works too damn hard for that to happen. But like that's the reality of it. If the fights and Big Rob has been on this show, he's been and said the same thing. If we can get the fights under control, if we can get, all of those little things, like all the petty bullshit under control, this league is at a completely different level. It's being looked at completely different. Right now, it's looked at as blitz the league with no pads. There's no rules. Apparently, that's what it's entertaining, but nobody's going to be really like an investor is not really going to
Put its
come and
time.
put time, national market type of stuff. It's not going to really get that traction. It'll be like more of a cult following than anything. We know what it can be. We know it's entertaining. We know it brings value, but it's not going to bring more than that because of the fact that the players are looked at as the prisoners are running the asylum. It's going crazy over here because there's fights everywhere you look. Everybody's getting into each other's face. Everybody's throwing punches. Everybody's getting suspended. Everybody, like all of this shit. With all the positives that come with the league, with the statistics in progress when it comes to injuries. The low amount of injuries that the A7 has comparatively to all the other football, let's say, levels. You would think people would be fucking dying on the field. Concussions left and right, CTE being handed out on every goddamn play. Everybody's ligaments be just lying down on the goddamn field at the 50-yard line. But that's not what it is. The players are smarter. Like, they're a lot more intelligent than people give them credit for because of the fact that these brawls and all these things, because you have to be smart in order to tackle in this league. You have to be smart in order to be able to brace yourself to be tackled in this league. That to protect yourself is that you have to have a level of intelligence. And we know that these players have that. They have the athletic ability, they have the intelligence. Most of the guys who play this game are coaches. High school coaches, some college coaches, junior college coaches. All levels of coaching. So the football IQ is there. But what's the common denominator in everything when it comes to finally getting the national exposure? It's limiting the petty bullshit in the fights. Like, that's really what it's going to come down to. And once that gets controlled, there's no telling how far the league can go. But I know one thing. We here on the All Pro JAFFOs are going to be here for it all the way through, because we love the shit out of this league. We love everything that it has given to us, the relationships and everything like that it's given to us. The opportunities that have come following what we've done with the A7FL. So we owe the A7FL a lot. So we want this league to be good. We want this league to be successful. And you got to be able to give the hard truths in order for that type of shit to happen. You got to be able to tell people when shit's going wrong. So,
Well said. Very well said.
But that's enough of me fucking talking and ranting as usual on this show. But, ladies and gentlemen, on JAFFOs TV, myself and EJ, just recently now, thank you, EJ, once again, have been working on a project with 7 other individuals to bring a theater of the mind experience that you didn't know you needed. So, EJ, if you would please go ahead and throw it up. Botched Initiative is now a part of the JAFFOs TV rotation. A D&D campaign, something like I guess you would like a Critical Role or whatever, but the Sable Knights will be the first campaign that will be running for Botched Initiative. So, it will be session 0, which will be basically almost like our prologue, prequels, and everything to everything that's going on. Will be tomorrow night on the Jaffos TV here on YouTube. So everybody, please subscribe. Be part of that adventure. It's going to be something that's going to be very, very interesting. Visually, some things and plans that we have for this story that's going to take place around a year plus. So if you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, you know that this is a game that can take a very, very, very long time in order to complete. So it's going to be a fun story that we're really looking forward to getting into. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Botched Initiative on all social media platforms, on TikTok, on Instagram as well. And then, to be able to catch the live campaign here on Jaffos TV. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday evening, it's now 2 hours running, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We appreciate the fuck out of every single one of you guys in the Jaffa Army for hanging out with us. Once again, appreciating Mizzle and Dub for stopping in, chiming in. Appreciate the Prodigy for hanging out behind the scenes and getting everything done. DJ Madsticks, the CEO of Madsticks Entertainment. We appreciate every single one of y'all once again for hanging out with us on Tuesday. We'll see you guys again Friday. Be safe. Love y'all. Love each other. Once again, highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan, the All Pro Jaffos. We'll see you guys again on Friday. Deuces.